We've got a series of scrolls. And as I've already discussed, if we take a look at them, we can see that there's some problems with the geometry where I have overlapping faces. When I went to fix this, though, I did have an interesting little problem that had not occurred to me. I thought I would share a little bit about this. And basically, it's that some of the vertices moved on me. So allow me to demonstrate. I'm just going to get into a side view. I'm going to zoom in a bit. I will toggle on X-ray mode, and then I'm going to select all of these faces and delete them. Now that that's done, I'm going to tab back into object mode, unselect this scroll, and I will go back to the scroll that I was using as my reference point. I'm going to grab the improved geometry, which is these faces right here. With them selected, I will do a Shift D to duplicate, and I will push Enter right away so as not to accidentally move them. And then I can simply right click and I can separate these items by the fact that they're selected. And now they've been created as a separate object. So I will tab out of edit mode on this item and hide it. And let's hide this one for the moment. And we'll go back and find one of the items that I deleted the geometry in the middle portion on. And I will also make sure the new geometry is visible. I will make sure that I've selected both items by holding down Control. I will make sure that I select the one that I want as the active item, and I will do a Control J. All right, so that's simple enough. And if I take a look at it in edit mode, well, we will see that the geometry did not match up. It created some new vertices and it seems to have them spaced apart. So that's not so great. Well, here's the problem. I've got shape keys in play, and that's part of the problem. So if I come to this item, for example, and if I look at all these shape keys, well, the shape keys seem to be having an impact on what I'm doing. So I'm going to get rid of all of the shape keys, and we're going to try this again. So once again, I will select this item, look at it from a side view, tab, I will select the faces that I want. I will do a Shift D to duplicate. I will hit Enter. I will right click and I will separate by selection. I can tab out of edit mode, hide this item, and let's find the item that I want to add the new geometry to. So being sure to select each item, I'm going to hold down Control, make sure that scroll 6 is the active item. We will go ahead and we will do a Control J to join each item. And now if I tab into edit mode, we will see that the geometry did not move. I do still have a dilemma in that there is extra geometry. It's just not readily visible. If we go into vertex selection mode and I just draw a little box around here, we'll see that there's actually two vertices in this location rather than one. And I can resolve that issue simply by pushing M on my keyboard. And in this case, since they're in the same location, I can just say merge at center. And we will see that my statistics show that there is one less vertex than there was a moment ago. It was an interesting little thing that came up and thought that I would share that. Hopefully this is helpful to somebody out there. And if anybody else has thoughts on things that can cause unintended consequences that make vertices move, for example, modifiers sometimes will have that effect as well, please share in the comments below.